I wanted to reach out to my friends at USANA. I know you're worried about what you're hearing about coronavirus. We've been studying it meticulously here at the show with my entire team, and there's good news and there's bad news. The bad news, I'll get that out of the way, is that it's very contagious, and it does have a much higher mortality rate in some countries than we would have hoped. But there are other countries, like in South Korea, where the mortality rate is much lower and similar to what we would expect to have happen in the United States. And I'm hoping the entire planet will move towards that mortality rate as we get better at treating people, especially critically ill individuals who are in hospitals suffering from coronavirus complications. Now, what's the good news? Social distancing really works. If you can keep people at arm's length away from you, that's why so many of these canceled events are wise moves. There's less opportunity for us to contaminate each other. If you don't feel well, if you've got a fever, fatigue, if you've got a cough that is hacking all the time, even if you have diarrhea, I would separate myself from the rest of the family and the people that you care about. Go isolate yourself, and hopefully over the course of a few days you'll feel much better. And if you do think you had the coronavirus, you might want to extend that isolation period up to 2 weeks. But most people should not go running off to the emergency room if they have those complications unless they feel so poorly that they would normally have called the doctor. Now, if you're having shortness of breath, that changes everything. Immediately get tested and seek out the care that could be life-saving, life-benefiting. But the biggest message I could deliver is that if you're young and healthy, most people do fantastically well. The mortality is higher than the seasonal flu, but not a lot higher. But if you're over the age of 16 and have some comorbid conditions like cardiovascular disease, diabetes, hypertension, lung problems, that's the population that has more issues, and they're the ones I care the most about ensuring that if they do get an infection, they're under excellent care very quickly. I know if we pull together and we're can-do people, we'll make this happen. The USANA family should be leading this charge forward, making sure we take care of ourselves with getting adequate sleep, which is 7 hours a night, daily exercise, try to break a sweat if you can every day. Make sure that you have some meditation routines so you can keep calm in the middle of all this. And I like taking the healthy foods into my mouth and the supplements into my body that I know can benefit me. We have some data around vitamin D3 for preventing illness, and around vitamin C, and some other supplements like zinc and beta-glucan that might benefit us in shortening the duration of an illness. Wise moves we should all be embracing. In the meantime, take care of each other. It's the best way to deal with the stress.